Hi everyone, I just want to say that this is the third part of the series. If you want to go see the other two parts, they are linked in the description below. Alright, enjoy the video.
Jacob,
Yeah.
I can feel my intestines wrapping around your waist.
This is getting weird. Is this going into like
It's
another
not such
flashback or?
That reminds me of a story.
Oh yeah, go on then.
One time, I was blowing into my
Oh yeah.
God, I'm playing for
So one time, my mic was messing up on PlayStation 5, right? And I was like looking into it, and like being like, oh, why isn't it working? I like, kept unplugging it and plugging it in to find a fix, and like turning off my PlayStation, plugging it back in. So I decided to I decided to blow into the controller to like get some dust out, and I accidentally exhaled. Little did I know exhaling this dust would bring me into another universe that I wouldn't recognise.
You mean inhaling? Surely blowing into it.
Anyway,
exhaling.
when I was in there, it was a fully green, vast, lively landscape, and it had many like 9 foot around. It had 9-foot Batmans in there, but they were all wearing speedos. And I was walking around, and I saw Josh's house, and Josh's dad wore a speedo. Josh wore a speedo. Everyone wore a speedo. And little did I know they were gonna coax me into getting into the hot tub, and they were like, "Get in the hot tub, Ryan. Come on, you'll love it in there. You're warm in the hot tub." So I get into the hot tub, and then I awake. It's all a drip now. I get into the hot tub, and then I feel a bubbling and a burning, and it's like, what the hell is this? And then Josh's mum comes up to me, and it's like,
We're gonna cook you for dinner.
and it's like, ah. So I try and escape these massive three big behemoths of Josh, his brother, and his mother, and they're all like they're climbing over each other to get to me, like practically eating each other's toes, right?
Okay.
And I find an exit sign, you know, like a fire exit. So I'm like, oh, this must be the way out. Little did I know, I went through the exit.
It was all a dream.
No, I went through the exit, and I was back in the hot tub.
Oh shit. They rigged the exit.
But this time the hot tub were completely fine. But this time, there was something off. I was sitting in the hot tub, I looked around, my eyes viciously lashing from side to side, room to room, area to area. I begin to realise it was a hefty storm today, with tornadoes and sirens wailing around, with trees that whimpered and whispered all around.
Okay, you can stop with the adjectives, please.
I'll be right back. Keep talking about your adjectives.
Please
And I
do more
looked into
similes
the
and metaphors.
sky. I looked into the sky with the bright blue cheese-filled moon that ominously lit up
Okay,
the
can you
bright
stop? Can you
house
stop?
of Josh's.
Just talk about the fucking story.
And on this cloud, I saw Josh sitting. He had a fishing line that wailed down like all the way down and down from this massive cloud way up high. So what do I decide to do? Out of my curiosity, I decide to pull on the little fish hook that he has. Little do I know that he is gonna pull me up. Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. But Josh pulls me up, and in a sudden moment of disbelief, I let go, only to hit the floor and turn into a cripple.
Oh, damn, you break your legs.
Yeah, I broke my legs. And then Oz's
So what
mum
happened
comes
after
over, and it gives me the will to walk away and run away because of how intimidating she is.
Okay.
And eventually, I end up exhaling the dust that I inhaled, and it turns out it was all in my head the whole time, and I was just having a trip because of the dust.
Oh, what was in the dust? Was it the Joe Rogan
That's
drug
what
that he's
I
constantly talking about?
Yeah, these great jiu-jitsu guys.
Great jiu-jitsu guys.
Got that remind you of any of the stories?
It just feels like a nightmare, like a bad dream. You know, like you seem to be getting away from the things that is hunting you down, and it ends up just teleporting you back to the fucking place that the shit started from. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no escape, even when you do get back to the real world. Whenever your controller messes up again, you'll just have the fear of being sent back. That actually reminds me of another story. I was sat with my legs crossed, butt naked, right? And I had some bubble wrap, bubble paper, whatever you want to call it, you know, the poppy things.
Yeah, bubble
I
wrap.
had that in my hand, so I started popping it. And little did I know that the pops would signify something in real life. So each pop that I pressed would break a bone in Oz's body.
Oh.
I know, plot twist and a
How
half.
many bones is in the human body? And how many bubbles were on the bubble wrap?
Around like,
Definitely more than 5.
Yeah, probably.
I think maybe. Every time I popped it, I heard this wail. But the only odd thing was, it was right outside my house.
That's
Even on
crazy.
my doorstep. So what I do is I'm like, oh, where's that coming from? And I lift up, like, you know the mat that you have outside your house?
Yeah. The front
I
door.
lift that up to find a secret chamber leading down to the
Oh my
depths
god.
of hell. Where I
depths of
find
hell?
Oz sitting with Lucifer himself, who we happen to be making out with and dancing on.
You sure it
Little
wasn't
did I
Lil Nas
know that
X?
this was Lil Nas X's music video. And Oz was just continuously dancing all over his body. I ended up climbing back up the pole, never to repeat what I said to any other living being.
How was he
Oh,
doing
no.
all this while his like bones are broken?
That is true. I kind of forgot about that bit in the story where I broke his bones, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, he was just screaming and going, ah, ah, I don't know, he's resilient.
Okay, well.
That reminds me of another story. So I went to Comic-Con, right? With my uncle and his two fathers.
Oh yeah. This is sounding a lot similar
Yeah.
to my story.
And we happened to meet Colonel Sanders.
Oh.
I'm like, oh shit, I thought you
Man
were
of
dead.
the
And he's like, in this exact voice, he's like, no. It's like, what did you say? I said no, Rand. I look up to see 2 chins looking down at me. Maybe 3 even at a stretch. It was the big bulbous Joshua in disguise of the Colonel. Joshua killed the Colonel and taken over his power. And became the Colonel.
Oh yeah.
That reminds me of another story. So we're playing with my stress ball, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm autistic. I'm autistic as shit. And one day I ended up eating my stress ball, right?
Okay.
Based on true events.
Yeah. And it gets stuck in my Dara Flabbernagle.
Alright.
Right.
No, nah.
That's deeply rooted in your intestines, right? And little did I know, this would cause me to have no pain from now on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm following.
So from now on, I thought I was a superhero. I stubbed my toe once, I didn't feel any pain. I thought I was the next big thing, you know? So,
Yeah.
what I ended up doing, I ended up fighting evil Colonel Josh Sanders. To reclaim what was rightly his. But once I defeated him in this epic battle of these 2 big monstrosities between me and Josh, I ended up taking his place instead and becoming the new Colonel.
Oh my god.
From there on out, I ended
the
up
mantle.
opening multiple chicken restaurants, hiring people to cook me meth, building a meth lab, building a meth empire.
Wait, I
hiding
think you
under
made a
people's
jump there.
noses.
I think you made a jump in the story. You missed a
do
bit
you
out, mate. Made people cook meth for me.
Yeah, it's because my best friend died while we were trying to test out, you know, some meth to the cartel.
Oh yeah, to
And
the cartel.
ever since that, I have been focused on revenge.
Hector.
On Dol Abito or whatever he's called, the Mexican guy. That reminds me of another story. When I went to Southeast Asia,
Okay.
I saw Joe Rogan, and he started talking to me about the greatest mysteries of all time. and we got onto the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay.
And Joe Rogan grabbed me by the hand and went, hey, come on, Ryan. And I ended up going with Joe Rogan to the Bermuda Triangle. Right? And we both,
Why did he giggle like a
leapt
schoolgirl?
off clouds. We leapt off clouds and ran over rainbows until we got onto the Bermuda Triangle. This is what this is symbolism for DMT, just letting you know. We took it all the way there. So what we ended up doing was we ended up going like, you know, them massive ass industrial diving suits, like that are rusted and
like the ones from the SpongeBob
we
movie.
ended up both hopping in there, and then some Asian dude joined us because he was apparently too cool for school, so he didn't have to go to school and he could come with us, right?
Yeah, okay.
And Joe Rogan plugged in his AirPods so we could communicate. Since I have a hearing aid and he has AirPods, so we can talk to each other through Bluetooth. And we ended up like diving into the Bermuda Triangle. And what I saw down there was horrifying. There was millions of mini Joshes roaming around. And it ended up creating like, imagine a bunch of leeches, right?
Yeah.
And they all form one massive being.
Oh my god, like a school of fish.
So all the
becoming like a
Joshes
tornado.
combined to make one towering monstrosity that me and Joe Rogan had to fight, and the Asian kid.
Yeah, me.
We ended up paying the Asian kid 10 quid and he turned into us. So now we had us on our side.
How's that work? So you pay him and he shapeshifts for you?
Yeah, he shapeshifts into us. He's practically us but with a different mind.
Okay.
And us being us, he has his Rocket League car right with him. So Oz does a 360 musty, bounces off Josh, and sends him flying into the goalpost, right?
Okay.
Me and Joe Rogan happen to have the KFC guns that we got from our last story about becoming KFC empires, right? This is all in the same universe.
Addicts and stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and we got these KFC guns that shoot nothing but spice and hot KFC. So we end up.
I just want to remind you guys, this all started because I asked Jacob why he wouldn't fight Ryan in Chivalry 2. Just a reminder, this is where the fucking snowball started. Alright, I knew you.
But Don Elbolito came round to save us as well. Because he was like the big black guy there, right? So when he came and kissed us on the cheek, it superpowered us to make sure we could kill this massive leech Josh monster. And what we ended up doing with our Gatling guns of spicy hot KFC and Oz's Rocket League car, we ended up bouncing him off the wall until the Joshes multiplied, and we ended up picking them off one by one.
Okay.
There, me and Joe Rogan kissed. We had a beautiful marriage for around 37 years until he sadly passed.
I think you're in a jump in the story again, mate.
At like 90 something. And then we had 5 beautiful kids. Joey, Johnny, Joseph, Gerald,
Starting to think you fucking favour Joe Rogan over yourself.
Johnny. I ended up paying Joe Rogan a $5 before he
Joe
died.
Rogan
so
already has a
transfer
wife
him
and
to
kids,
Josh.
though.
So I'm married to Josh now.
I don't think that's how marriage works. If you transfer someone a $5, you're now married to that person.
Yeah.
Right, in that case,
So I get Josh from the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle.
everyone.
Yeah. Sometimes I eat spinach.
I wanna run away, come back.